Here, I'm very excited. We're going to be doing another drawing stream. This should be like fun. I'm going to put out a tweet for that. So that people know. Draw live. Those who don't know, Tee K.O is my cat. Both small and big. A round boy. I love him so much. He's not going to my keyboard tater. If you're not good, I'll have to put out a tweet. Okay? Gotta be good. Fun little aside from me to you. Let me tweet this out. Good Wednesday. I know this was just riveting streaming content. I realize I'm a little quiet because of music, but riveting streaming content, me talking about tweeting. Love a live tweet. Anyway, happy birthday, Zach. Doing well. Everyone else is having a nice time. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. We're going to get started here in about 4 more minutes. I will see you there. Grab your papers, grab your pens, grab your drawing tablets. See you soon. Goodbye. Hello, hello, hello. We are about to get started. Hello. Oh, that's not me. Where am I? Hold on. Hold on, everyone. There it is. Hi. Hello, I'm Abby. Welcome to another art stream. Here I am with markers and colored pencils, but I'm not here alone. No, 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 no. I am here with... Hold on, hold on, hold on. Gotta find it on my thing. Lev! Hello! You are! I'm not for some reason. I think I am on the... Oh, hold on, I didn't unmute you. I know. Hold on, hold on. Okay. Now you're coming through. Say something.
Hello!
There it
it's
is.
me!
There it is! It's you!
Hello,
1 second.
everybody.
I'm gonna fix my camera here. Oop, okay, that's gone. Okay.
This is very disorienting because I'm looking at both the stream and the Discord.
Okay.
So I'm seeing two different adjusted timelines.
Oh, yeah. Where I'm living in the past and the future for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaky.
I know. I've been there, buddy. Anyway, how are you, Lev? Long time no draw.
Hi, I'm doing well. Good to see you. Good to see everybody.
You. Yes, hello everyone at home. How do we look and sound? I'll show you our drawing pads shortly. But yeah, we're drawing today. But yeah, I know last time I did sort of a Crayola marker situation, which I do have again. But I also I'm going to show you my art supplies for today. We keep a lot of art supplies at my house, partially because we're arty people, and also because my girlfriend had a birthday party that was a still life theme. So we had like little like still life flowers and other items set up, and then a bunch of drawing stations with like charcoals and whatever else. And the chunkies, these are for children, and they are so much fun to draw with. So I might use some of these today. They're almost like oil pastels,
Awesome.
but for kids. And then I also have nice versions of colored pencils and markers. But know that folks at home can use whatever they have around. It's fine. I also just have a regular pencil. And Levy, you will be using Photoshop and a Wacom tablet, correct?
Yes, that is correct. I will be using digital tools.
Digital tools. You're a man of the future.
Yes, I'm a digital man.
Yeah, that's fun. Like in Tron.
Yes, I'm trapped in the computer.
Yeah.
But so far it's fun, so I don't mind.
Yeah, the devil bomb's in the computer. Hey-oh! Woo, woo, woo! Okay, big laugh from Lev. That's what I like to hear. Shall we hop into the art? Here's my mouse. But okay, so the drawing pad over this way is Lev's. Drawing pad down here is mine. I got paper. Lev's is up there. I'm gonna sharpen my pencil on mine. Wow, Lev is just writing hell. Oh wait, no, hello.
Yeah. I mean, it works for both, so.
Yeah, it's so true. I live in Southern California, and I have started saying hella sincerely. I don't know how that entered my lexicon of words to use, especially considering I don't know anyone else who says hella sincerely, and yet here we are.
It's, I think hell is cool. Hell is a fun word.
Yeah, hella's hella cool. Hello! Okay. So I figure we're gonna start. Ooh, let's draw yourself. So I want to draw myself. I'm gonna use a chunky. I assume that's you, right?
Yeah, that's me. I haven't I haven't done a self-portrait in a while, so.
Okay, I'm gonna draw me into the self-portrait.
I'm just gonna do it super. There we go. Just have something on the screen.
Yeah. Nice. I do always like
World's
faces.
alive.
I hope everyone's warming up with the self-portrait. Also,
Yes, everyone do a self-portrait.
yeah, I want to brag about something. I went to Disneyland yesterday, had a great time, a blast. And they give out pins for specific things. Like if you're the first person to buy a coffee at the park, you get a pin that's like first coffee of the day. And they have a pickle stand
Love that.
where if you get the first pickle, you can have a pin that says, I'm celebrating the first pickle of the day. But I did not get there early enough to get the first pickle, but I wanted a pin. So they gave me, I'm celebrating the 42nd pickle of the day. This was a really fun one for me.
Oh my god.
So,
I love that. That's incredible.
yeah.
Goofy's a great guy. He would be happy that you had the 42nd.
I agree completely. Here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
He's
draw
very supportive.
a pickle to really celebrate. Gotta get the bumps in there. Anyway, using the chunkies kind of feels like drawing with a glue stick, but that's what makes it so fun. I will say, the pickles at Disneyland are delicious. They are fresh, crisp, not too pickly, the right amount of pickly. You know what I'm saying?
Incredible. You would expect only the best in Disneyland.
Here.
Today's stream is sponsored by Disney.
If only. Disney, don't come for us. I hear they're litigious.
Nah, that's just a rumor.
Oh, I thought you were drawing a crown on the pickle.
Oh no, it's just a little glow, and it's just a very shiny, exceptional pickle.
That is a lovely pickle. Good loves, good loves. How important do you think it is when drawing to... Oh, let me turn down the music a little bit. How important do you think it is when drawing to do a warm-up? Because I never think or care to do a warm-up, but I feel like it is kind of important.
Oh, you know what? I think it is very important. I think even if, probably your first pass at something isn't going to be the one that sticks. So inevitably, you're going to have to warm up a little bit. And that's just the way it goes. And it's good. It's good to get those muscles loose.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
You like getting loose. I warm up with everything else, so I should really warm up with drawing. I tried to draw Mickey Mouse from memory, and I think I nailed it.
Oh, that's an adorable Mickey Mouse. Let's not tell Disney anyone.
Okay, yeah, this is not Disney. This is Licky Louse.
Licky Louse.
Licky
Licky
Louse.
Louse, everyone's favorite cartoon mouse, Licky Louse.
Licky Louse.
I'm
He's
gonna
a
draw
little bit
my
of a
own
scam.
little Licky.
Yeah.
Let's all draw Licky. We all love Licky.
Licky Louse.
Licky is everyone's friend.
Knows and loves.
He never calls lawyers.
Nope.
He doesn't involve lawyers. He's just happy to be your friend.
Exactly. We got a lot of good pickle puns in the chat. Gotta relish the moments. Someone just said, I'm Pickle Rick. There's another IP we all love.
I don't believe them. I don't think they are.
Okay, but we are not
Prove
here
it.
to just draw Pickles and Licky Louse and ourselves, although it was a great warm-up. We are here to draw the most... I don't want to say it's the most requested drawn Jackbox character, but it is a fan favorite Jackbox character, and one I am excited to learn to draw. I saw your warm-up of this Jackbox character recently, Lev, and was shocked by the proportions.
It is what it is.
Yes. Owen designed this one, right?
Yes. Owen Watson, the incomparable.
Yes. Very important artist in the Jackbox community. I feel like he's in more of the community. He's a part of the company. I don't know how to describe it differently.
Yeah.
But anyway.
The Jackbox Pantheon.
Yes, exactly. He, I believe, designed the Devils and the Details mom, so thank or blame him, depending on how you feel about her. And we're about to get started. I'm going to sneeze at some point. I can feel it in my face, and it will not come. So just know, in 2 to 5 minutes, there might be a sneeze. Okay, continue.
Exciting.
Exciting.
I look forward.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Oh, did you just sneeze? Is that it?
Sneeze. Yeah, I feel like Discord probably cut it out.
Yeah, I think I just heard the tail end of it.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, was that something falling or... Well, anyway, bless you.
Thank you. Okay, so when drawing the Devil Mom, how should we get started?
Yeah, let's get into it. Okay.
You want to pull her up as a reference?
Yeah, you know what? Let me do that.
While you're doing that,
here she is.
I just want to say we got Zach Zacarias said pickle puns make me feel all brine and dandy, which is quite good.
Oh, I love that.
Says, I don't know, sometimes they're pretty jarring. Anyway.
Okay, so here is sorry to move on from the pickle puns, but please do keep them coming.
Yeah.
So we'll start off by drawing. We'll get the basic shapes.
Just a pinch
to
the right.
Absolutely. Let me. Beep.
Thank you.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
I'm gonna start in pencil because we're gonna.
Yes.
We always have our little underdrawing, right?
We'll do a bit of an underdrawing because there's some forms we'll need to figure out, and then we'll tie things down with a footnote pass.
Got it.
So let's start with a nice light pencil pass.
Okay.
And this can be rough and sketchy. So let's start with, we'll just do a circle for the head.
Okay.
And then
we're just blocking out shapes, right?
Yeah, we're just blocking this out very loosely. And then we'll have this torso here that's kind of like this tube, this tapered tube shape.
Okay, much more narrow than the head.
Yes, much smaller. And then let's get that her booty in there.
Mm-hmm.
That is gonna be roughly this size in proportion to her waist and head, and we'll tie that down as we move along. And then her legs will sort of taper down to a small little point here where her feet will meet.
I think I made her butt too long.
It's all good. You know, there's a lot of different shapes and sizes. Oh, clever. Okay, and then let's get the feet in there, just a rough outline of the feet. Okay, so then we'll connect the head to the torso with a little neck there. And now we'll tie down that, well, let's get the arms in there just to make sure all our shapes are nicely blocked.
I'm going to draw...
So the arms are very angular.
Okay, great. My proportions are kind of wackadoo. So I need to adjust some things. Neck's too long. It just feels a little like elongated everywhere.
Yeah, you know, it's okay. You can work with that. I think one thing, she does have kind of this, like, her whole body kind of has this curve to it going this way. So, yeah, it's and I actually might go ahead, because I am trapped in the computer and I'm using the computer tools, I might actually shorten her feet a little bit. I think the legs are just a little bit shorter.
I did my original sketch a little too dark, so we're doing another one next to it.
Oh, good. Yeah. See, warming up is useful. You didn't even know you were doing it.
Wow.
Okay, so we got the torso, and then this arm here on the right. We'll just map out roughly where her hand is going to be. And then this arm here. Have her up like so, roughly map out where that hand is going to be. And yes, be super general, just so we're getting a sense of the placement. Now I'm going to make her head shape a little more specific here. So she's got, it's not a perfect curve there, it's kind of an angular curve for the front cheek, and then it's a softer curve back here. And And then let's get that hair.
My finger is
Just
so
a little bit
long.
of the hair.
On the hand.
Yeah, very very long finger, very expressive. Cartoon gesture.
Great, great. Hey, yeah, she's got a nice
Owen
bang.
loves making real goofy, exaggerated character design. So long fingers, really sharp angles, very expressive. You kind of stretch things out for different poses. So we'll get the bangs in here. We got this one little like C shape and another point.
You know, I
There's
always
this point
saw
back here that then
this one thing as
overlaps
her
the side of her head.
ear, but now that I'm doing it, I'm like, this is a horn. She is a devil, and this is a horn.
Yeah. That's her horn. I guess that is what you would call it. I've never really thought about it myself because they do kind of, the way that they're devils, they're just like this. So it's kind of, I guess you'd call that a horn. I
Yeah.
think it's open to interpretation. Then let's do the bottom of her hair here. We've got this little loop-de-loop.
I love the loop-de-loop.
Yeah. A lot of fun. Same thing on this side, little loop-de-loop, 2 points. There we go.
Her proportions
Okay.
on mine still feel kind of whack to me.
But that isn't bad. I think that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, shouldn't be too hard on yourself. What matters most is having fun.
I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
I do find drawing so relaxing, even when it's not going well.
Hell yeah.
Power of art.
That's the right attitude. Because also, who's to say if it isn't going well?
Yeah.
It's totally subjective.
Okay, made her neck too long again, but that's fine. Make her.
Yeah, it's pretty short. It's a pretty short little neck. The proportions are all very dramatic, so it's easy to, get them a little bit off because they're all so different from each other. You wouldn't expect the degree of contrast. So I'm just drawing the eyes now. She's got her expressive eyebrows here.
Okay, got like one big oval and then a sort of half moon.
Yeah, half
Big
moon.
oval is almost like in the middle of her face.
Yeah, it's kind of, if we look at it, it is kind of just about, it's a little bit to the left of middle, but it's close to the middle. Well, actually, I'm sorry, I'm talking about the line in between the eyes. But so, yeah, this oval, we're looking at, it's a little bit to the right of middle. I'll get rid of that, those marks I made on her face. Then she's got her smile with her sharp teeth. There we go. And then her cheek. And she's got these eyelashes, 3 on each side. And let's not forget her devil
Baby
tail.
eyes. He looks unwell. I gotta fix this.
That's funny. There's a lot of emotion that happens. Little things can go
Yeah.
along.
Boy, can they.
How they feel.
Oh, her eyelashes kind of go off her face on the other side.
Yeah.
I think part of the
Yeah,
problem is her pupil on her right, my left eye, is not in the middle of the eye. It's way at the edge of the eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's because she's looking at us. So she's like looking a little bit to, I guess, what would be her left.
It just feels so extremely far to the edge compared to the other eye, but it looks right when you're looking at it,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah. I love a
And,
character.
I don't think I got the eyes quite right either. I mean, I think left one's a little thin.
I love that she only has 3 teeth. Never noticed that about her.
Yeah, that's all you need, really.
So charming. Her little 3 teeth. I also love when a character has the little, like, line at the end of the mouth to accentuate cheeks.
Yeah. It's it does a lot. And actually, I'm gonna make the mouth a wee bit wider. Get a little bit closer to her eyes. Get more like it is in the reference there, and I'll spread out her teeth a little bit. Just a little closer to each other. There we go. And yeah, and once we're happy with this, then we can move on to sort of tying this down. While we're still in the stage, I'll flesh out her hands a bit more.
Right? Thumb in there.
One finger
classic.
is behind, the middle finger is behind the forefinger, and then the pinky is sort of coming out a little bit there.
Maybe
That's a big thing with hands. You never really want all the fingers parallel because it will look a little flat and unexpressive. They're all parallel. So having a little bit of overlap is real helpful to making hands feel more natural.
Makes sense. Also,
Yeah,
cartoons never have 5 fingers. They always have 4 fingers.
that's right. With a few exceptions, but yes, the norm is generally 4 fingers.
So you know they're a cartoon.
That's how you know. If you see someone with 4 fingers, that's how you know that person's a cartoon.
Yeah. If you only have 4 fingers, please don't come for us. It's also a normal part of. Anyway, we're not gonna get into
Yeah, no,
the
it's
debate.
also, I mean, yeah, I think if you see someone with 4 fingers and big white gloves,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah, their name is
And-
Licky
and-
Louse.
yeah, their name is Licky Louse, and an
Safe to
anvil
say.
falls on their head,
Mhm.
and they're fine. They might be a cartoon. I mean, you can't know for sure.
Yeah.
it's
Don't
not like a
drop the
certain
anvil
thing.
though, okay?
Yeah,
You
don't
gotta just let that
don't
happen
do that.
naturally.
That's right. That's right. It'll happen. If they're a cartoon, it'll happen.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
She's got this belt here as well. Throw that in there.
Oh,
Yeah. And then make sure I make that line clear where it's a little higher than that, actually. And clear where her skirt ends.
let me
And
know when I
it's
should
gonna be a
start
straight line. for her
inking.
legs.
I feel like we're still on like
Yeah,
the
let's
sketching
move on to
stage.
that. I went to give you a little bit of time to finesse your drawing.
Oh yeah,
But
no
now
rush. I just want to make
let's
sure I'm
move
not
on.
like missing
Just
a
gonna
step
lower
or
the
whatever.
transparency of this layer. Make a new layer. And then I'm going to adjust my brush as well. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker.
I'm gonna ink with a
So-
marker. Never used these before, so
Yeah, there you go. That'll be good.
yeah.
And then, when I use a new tool, I have to test it out to make sure it's working right for me, whether it's digital or analog. It's good to test out your markers, crayons, pencils, to see what color they're giving you, what
This
kind
is
of texture they're giving you,
thicker
what thickness
line.
they're giving you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to go. The chunkies feel a little too thick for this project here. But maybe a Crayola will be the right call.
Yeah, that should be fun. If you were drawing real big, it would definitely be fun to use big chunky.
I'm gonna go with the Crayola. Be a good in between.
Alright, so the key to this is big confident strokes.
Okay.
So you just kind of gotta, you made your drawing. You can finesse it at this point as well. The key is really just sticking to the line. There's a curve here on her back. Okay, let's just gotta do that again. There we go. Put the belt in. Okay. Shoes. Smooth and steady. That again. And let's not forget her sleeves have a little bit of overlap on the. So I'm going to draw the top of this as one line. Then I'm going to draw the sleeve there and then continue the arm there behind the sleeve.
Did not have this foresight.
Oh, good.
It's fun to sort of correct your mistakes when drawing over the original
Yeah.
drawing.
You really feel so much more. You feel like such a better artist when you're
Yes.
drawing over and underdrawing, and that's the secret. You
Fix
know,
all your mistakes.
just fix your mistakes. Prepare. You do your rough. You feel things out, and then you tie it down. And you know you can do that. There's also for a time I would sketch with a blue pencil in my sketchbook because the blue pencil doesn't show up as much as a regular pencil. You can do your underdrawing with a blue pencil. And that's what they do when they did traditional animation, actually.
Wow, cool.
Underdrawings in blue pencil, because they would Xerox them, and the blue pencil does not show up when it gets Xeroxed or photographed.
Wow.
So, yeah, so that's sort of a trick to doing an underdrawing, preliminary underdrawing.
More you know.
Photograph. Yeah. But even when you look at it, I mean, you'll see it with eyes, obviously, but it has kind of a cool look. It kind of looks like animation art when you do that. If you draw with a blue pencil and then go over it with a thicker, harder pencil, or a pen or a marker.
Fun to just do those things.
Yeah. You know, you can be more or less obsessive about how perfect you want to get your lines. I think, you know, you don't have to fixate on it too much. If you're just drawing for yourself to have fun, I think what matters most is just doing a lot of drawing, not fixating on one drawing.
Oh, I think that's great advice. I think doing reps in any skill is good.
Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know?
Exactly. I started doing pottery a few years ago and still do it. I've gotten a little bit busy, unfortunately, so I haven't been back as much. But pottery is a great one. When you're first starting, you are terrible at it and you destroy everything you make. Because once you master like centering your clay, which takes a long time, and then master throwing, you like will then destroy your work when you trim it, and then you'll destroy it when you glaze it. So it's a really good art form to practice failing and being like okay at not feeling tied down to the end result. I have found.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've never done pottery, and I would really love it. It seems cool.
I love it. I think it's meditative. I also think it is like studies have shown like playing in mud or whatever actually is meditative or therapeutic.
Heck yeah. Love that.
Yeah, I really love it. I need to make sure I find time for it. It's hard. My life's busy, okay? I'm hanging out with my good pal, Licky Louse, all right? And I don't have a lot of time.
You and Licky spent all your time together.
Look, he needs me, okay?
All right. I'm not going to judge. But, you know, just make sure that Licky Louse, you know, is there for you as well.
Oh, damn. Well, that makes me think. Okay. I was not as precise. It's a little hard to do the overlay. I maybe should have not gone with a thick marker. It's a little too thick for... I practiced it on a bigger drawing then.
Yeah, there's not much margin for error when you got a real thick marker. But looking at your drawing, it's very tiny on screen right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to
scale, but it honestly looks pretty dang good. Like,
Thank you.
that is the devil mom for sure.
She's recognizable. She's curvy in all the right places.
That's right.
She's a devil in heart, mind, and soul, and that's why we love her.
And she's a loving mother.
Loving mother. Happy Mother's Day. Hope everyone had a nice Mother's Day, or
Happy
enjoyed
Mother's Day.
not celebrating Mother's Day, which is also valid.
Yeah. I called my mom.
Nice.
I did the bare minimum. Here's one to all the moms out. Okay, and I'm gonna turn off that under drawing, and there we have a drawing of the double mom.
Great work. Oh, I forgot to do her hair on the other side.
Oh, yes.
Oops.
Easy to forget.
That one's on me. The little flippies in there. Got another one and a little loop-de-loop. Okay. Yeah. Also, I want to show off. I'm drinking my water from a champed up jug. I don't know if this is something we still sell, but I do love this piece of merch.
Yeah, that mug rocks. Or jug. That is... Let me see. Let me see if that's still on our shop.
Yeah.
I hope it is.
Me too. Champed up. Are you staying hydrated, Lev?
You know, I don't have beside me currently a vessel of liquid, unfortunately.
Wow.
But I will try to do better in the future. After the stream, I'm gonna drink I'm gonna chug 2 gallons of water.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it. Honestly, having this
do it all at once.
champed up water bottle is useful because before I would have to I would have 1 cup and then I'd have to fill it up all the time. And now, this is from theyeti.com. I'm not sure if it's still on there. But now...
You know what? I'm not seeing it, unfortunately,
might have been
so
a
it might
little
not be
exclusive.
presently available, but...
We've got lots of other cool merch. But this
maybe
has
you can
been...
find a cool one on eBay.
Yeah, it has been nice for just making sure I stay hydrated all day. Okay. Should we color her in?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna use my colored pencils. See if how effective it is. I erased around my what's it called? My marker, so it got a little smeary.
Around the marker, yeah.
That's okay.
I'm just gonna erase the cheats because I drew outlines for them. Technically, they shouldn't have outlines for color. So.
Dang it.
Oh, it's all fine. Don't worry. But yeah, well let's get into the color.
Woo! I'm gonna test out some of my red colors. Ooh, pinky red. This seems like a good one.
It's gonna be a little unexciting for me because I'm literally just gonna use the eye drop.
Damn, that's nice. Well, you can get that's a good skill to have though. You can get the exact color. What do you call the color thing where it's got the hashtag number whatever?
Hex code.
Hex code.
Yeah, so that's so if you want to know the hexadecimal color code for the Devil Mom's I believe all of the Devil family's skin is FF646E.
Wow.
And that is full red. 100% saturation of red, and about let's see, a little bit sort of in the middle, a little bit of green and a little bit of blue, but mostly red.
Wow. And I'm choosing a couple of colors from Stadler. They do not have a color on them. There's art number 157-35, 157-23. I don't know if that is the color or what we're rocking here, but we've got some numbers. I don't know. There's also a spot where I can put my own name or just a name.
Oh, really?
Thing. I don't know. It just says name.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's to name the color or so no one steals my pencils.
Maybe it's to name your pencil.
Whoa! Okay, I'm naming this one Henry.
That's a good one.
And this one's George.
Fine names.
Thank you. I need a yellow too. I almost forgot.
Let's see. I wonder what color Owen went with for her fingernails. I'm gonna zoom in dramatically.
Oh, I didn't even. Wow, I
Oh,
didn't even notice the
Her
fingernails.
Her fingernails are the same hair. She's matching.
Ah. Oh, and
That's
slightly
great.
lighter pink eyes.
Yes, her eyes. All the eyes are light pink. So while I'm just color her hair as well now.
I'm starting with the eye. The vision into the soul.
Yes. Abby, is it hot where you are? Because it's rather warm.
Really? No, I'm in Los Angeles and it is like cloudy. To be honest, I haven't been outside today, but it was pretty
Sure.
temperate yesterday. It was 50s or 60s. I am in a wetsuit, not to keep giving free advertisement, but a WNBA sweatsuit, trying to get into the WNBA, and I am cozy. This is from Playa Society.
Nice.
Cool company, but
Yeah, it's about 75 here, which I guess isn't
ah,
wild.
on the warmer
but-
side though.
Yeah, it is warmer. And right now in my room with my computer, which is generating a lot of heat, I am presently very warm.
Yeah.
My air conditioning is not high enough.
Yeah, I will say my office gets toasty because I get full sun pretty much all day, and it's at the very front of the house, and I'm on the second floor, so it's a toasty spot. Lev, I have a question. I don't know how well versed you are in the colored pencil, but how do you prevent getting like the lines? I feel like it's maybe practice, but I got the lines going. It's a little uneven here. How to even it out?
Oh yeah. Well, so it'll be more solid if you draw it like at full hardness.
Oh.
Like if you
Or
draw it
crank it.
opaque. If you're
practice.
drawing light, you're gonna get a little bit texture of the marks. And then I mean at that point you can also the key really, which is fine, like that's totally because you're trying to get a nice light red hue, so that makes sense if you're doing it. You just got to draw those marks as parallel to each other as possible,
Yeah.
as opposed to each other.
I will say I did
Fancy.
jam hard on the leg, and it is a nice solid color.
Yeah, I think if you can go for it, because it is really rewarding to have a nice opaque
Yeah.
color. Also, there's different colored pencils are more or less smooth when
Yeah.
you press down at full force with them. And I find that the Prismacolor pencils are the best in my opinion.
Hey.
'Cause you get a real nice smooth marks, and you can also blend really nicely.
Oh, that is nice. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I assume any non-smoothness is user error on these pencils, so no one at home should knock this bread. Know that it's an amateur working the tools.
But also, it's the hand of the artist. Your
True.
hand is in the art now, and
Yes.
there's no denying it.
I don't mind seeing a little texture, to be honest, but I've
Yeah.
seen people do really fancy things with colored pencils. Ones that
Yeah,
I've
those
never
are just
managed.
very controlled marks.
Yeah.
I'm just very careful about, making the same curves each time, making the same shapes. So, I do sketch.
What are some artists you find yourself inspired by?
Oh, that's a tough one. For me, I'm inspired by a lot of
Like traditional animation?
artists and animators who made cartoon shows
Nice.
that I watched as a kid. Those are probably some of the most, intimately influential pieces of art for me are the cartoons I watched as a kid. So like Joe Murray, who drew Rocco's Modern Life, Like, I love his style. He's got a very loose gestural style. I love Gendy Tartakovsky, who did Dexter's Lab and Samurai Jack. Certainly a huge, you can definitely see an influence of his work on Owen as well. Loves those thick outlines and embracing like super geometric shapes and embracing like the two-dimensionality of the medium, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. No, those all very iconic animation style.
Yeah. And but you know, I mean, like, there's so much to be inspired by. It's like you can get something from all different types of art.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been watching through the Lord of the Rings movies with the behind the scenes, which has been very fun. With some friends, I've been getting really into them. And then I got like a fantasy drawing book, and I want to get some of the drawing books by, I think, John Howe and Alan Lee. Is that who it is? Or no, I think John Howe might be the guy who runs the Weta workshop.
Oh, cool.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know those names myself. The stuff that Weta does, all the art that goes into those Lord of the Rings movies, and stuff that those visual effects artists do, those concept artists, it's unbelievable. Yeah,
I believe it is. I looked it up. John Howe, Alan Lee, they did the original illustrations for Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Oh wow, you're already done.
Wow.
And they also helped on the movies with consulting and doing.
Whoa, that's sick.
Yeah, their stuff is so cool.
That's amazing. I gotta take note. I gotta look up their stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, a fantasy artist I really love is I forgot. Wait, let me look it up. I'll get back to
it. Okay, great. Yeah, I find fantasy art very fun. It's hard. For my friends I know who draw in fantasy art or are well informed about it, they say that the main key to drawing in fantasy art is being really good at drawing everything else. And then you could like turn, you know, a little like wombat guy into a little wombat soldier, or just like a human into a knight or whatever.
Totally. The name is Brian Froud. He did all for Dark Crystal and the Labyrinth.
Oh, nice.
And that guy's art is out of this world. It is amazing. It feels like he's got just books and books of drawings of fairies and goblins and other mythical creatures, and they're so well observed and done. They feel like they are field drawings of real creatures that he observed.
They are so charming. I just looked at some of them.
Yeah. They're so full of life. They're so real. Everything he draws is so real and present. It has so much soul and humanity. It's amazing. And he draws really wild little it's fantastic.
That is fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of fun, we've both finished our Devil Mom.
Yeah!
Photoreal and completely accurate. I think I like a lighter touch on the colored pencils for me. I think next time I'll go lighter touch on mine. It definitely is more of a flat color, but I like the stylistic choice of like, I'm using colored pencils, I'm using colored pencils. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your drawing turned out really great on it.
Thank you. Thank you. I fixed up a lot in the like inking phase.
That's the key to revision. It makes you look like a genius.
Now I know.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking what might be fun. I don't know if this is a solvable task, but to maybe see if we could draw ourselves and see if people at home could follow along if they wanted to draw themselves in this style. Is that something you could help teach?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can.
We all wanted to draw ourselves as devils. Like, what are the main strokes of this drawing style? And also, do we need a break? Shall we take a little break, a little water break or anything? Or are we good to keep going?
Yeah. You know what? Let's take a. I'll take a quick
Okay,
2-minute break if
great.
that's permitted.
It absolutely is.
All right.
Okay, have fun. See you later. It'll just
See
be
you in a
me.
bit.
Be me vibing with Lev's avatar. Oh, how's everyone at home doing? Are you fans of any artists? Say so in the chat. Are you yourself an artist? I assume so if you're here. Maybe you're drawing along. I think anyone is an artist if they make art. You know? I don't like to gatekeep art. Will there be a Jackbox play stream afterwards? No, not today. But we have them pretty much every other week. And often, I think there is a stream happening tomorrow. I don't think it's a play along. I think it might be a stream team. I could be mistaken on that, so don't quote me on it. But at least every other week we have play alongs, but we also enjoy having things like this where we teach you how to draw games. It's a draw along stream. This is my blank paper, the artist's canvas. But we all know the Devil Mom is my muse. Anyway. So, yeah. Artist myself, and I've been drawing along. Nice. We do have a Jackbox Discord, which I know we had a drawing along recently that was very fun. I was really excited to see the art coming out of that. We have a lot of art channels to share your art, so check that out if you are so interested. Jackbox official Discord. Yeah, it's a nice time. But anyway, I will be back next week with a community stream, so I will see you there if you want to play. We are still going to be drawing some more soon. Grab your papers and pencils. Anything will work. We will be drawing ourselves as the devil characters. That's what Lev take us on a little journey on how to draw that. Very fun. I'm trying to think what else is going on. Oh, Lev's back.
Hello, I'm back. I've got water.
Oh, nice. Cheers.
Cheers. Stay hydrated, folks. All right. So self-portraits, right?
Yeah, in this style.
Right. Okay.
I think would be
So
very cool.
I will do this with the caveat of,
Okay.
you know, this is of course Owen Watson's style, and I'm not going to be able to fluently replicate
This
Owen
is
Watson's
true.
style.
Is there
So it's
another
gonna be-
style that you think you would be better
It'll
at
be.
doing?
I think it'll be in the spirit.
Okay,
It'll
great.
be in the spirit of it, but you know, I'm just going to give that little caveat.
That's
Be a
a
little
great
bit of my
caveat.
style as well.
I also
Yeah.
think I would love to hear from you as someone, since this isn't your style, if you were looking at another artist's style, how you would go about looking at that style for when you are making more things to keep it in that style, if that makes sense. Like if you were like, I want to draw like Owen, what should I look for when looking at Owen's drawings?
Well, okay, so we have very thick outlines. I mean, it's very much like Dexter's Lab style stuff.
Yeah.
It's very modern, cartoon modern, you know, mid-century modern style. Things are very flat, in goofy ways. A lot of exaggerated proportions. You know, regarding like things being flat. Like, here's an example. Like if you're drawing like a log. Wait, let me use black and pink. Okay. You're drawing like a log, you know, you could just draw it like like a rectangle. And then to show that it's a log, you draw like a curve here, but it's a very like sort of Picasso style logic of like, oh yeah, it's a totally flat design.
Yeah.
But it's a log, you know, and you're playing with depth in that way, where it's all about like the shape and the silhouette and the geometry of it.
That's great.
So I'd say that's a big part of it.
I also feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like for a lot of like the Dexter's Lab style, I know that there's like, I think a specific name for that art style, but it's like the characters will have like the black bordered backgrounds and important like set piece as well. And the backgrounds themselves will often not, right? Where it'll just sort of be like color blocks to sort of show that it's like a door or whatever.
Yeah, and that comes from just the like history of cartoon background design. Generally, cartoon backgrounds are more painterly,
Yes.
whereas the characters are more flat.
Yes.
And,
They started
you know,
as
that-
paintings, right? Like in Snow White, the first animated feature film.
Absolutely.
At Disneyland. Had a similar kind
Yeah.
of situation.
Absolutely, yeah, and they still are. I mean, now people do digital, but they're still
Oh,
very
that's interesting.
painterly. And I think for the longest time, I wouldn't know if they still do. My guess is they probably moved on to digital by now, but I think you know, SpongeBob, like you'd
Oh,
have
yeah.
like beautiful like watercolor backgrounds. I guess they'd probably be gouache usually, which is kind of like watercolor, but it's a little bit thicker.
Love gouache.
Beautiful like gouache painted backgrounds with big blocks of color and a lot of texture and like the color bleeding into different areas and stuff. And, you know, they'd use like you could use like a sponge to get texture out of stuff and, you know, all sorts of things. But they'd really embrace like that handmade feel.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love that. I always love the contrast between like the cell, which is like which is like animation terminology for like literally the celluloid paper that they would draw the character on when they photograph it, that'd be on top of the background. I love the contrast between like the cell drawing of the character, which is flat, and then the background, which is got all this depth and all painterly and textured. That difference in texture always really was very appealing to me.
Yeah.
Just as an aesthetic.
I agree
Yeah.
completely.
But yeah, so I mean, it's like, yeah, and it's definitely inspired by Dexter's Lab, and it's inspired by sort of this more modern design trend of animation that came about in the 1950s, where budgets were lower, and so people had to make animation economical, and also people were becoming more adventurous with modern design aesthetic, and so they tried to do things as simply as possible while still having a lot of design. So that's why you'd have like super simple backgrounds. So it just suggest like the environment. Like there's the door. That's all you need to know. There's the horizon. That's it. And the character would just be a few lines. It'd be very identifiable because it'd be easier to draw. It's not as detailed as like a Bugs Bunny or a Goofy or you know something like that. So it was this design trend that emerged in the 50s that still pervades to this day because it was just so influential to cartoon history.
Very cool.
But so let's see. How shall we? I might have to, you know, I'll have to feel this out.
Okay, great.
But let's see. Let's just start with like a circle here for my head.
Okay.
And then I'll give like a little bit of a chin area. I feel like I don't have much of a chin, so I'm actually gonna.
Well, did the devils have the chin? I know the devil
No.
mom, we just had a circle and then it kind of stayed a circle.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, we might even just make it even a little bit more round like that.
Great.
I'll give myself a real big ear.
Okay.
So I think I've got kind of big.
I gotta
ears.
block
I'll
out
give-
my hair. I like doing like the one side and then the other. I'm gonna add a couple of horns kind of in.
Oh, nice.
side of it.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna do ourselves as dimples?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that works. Okay, I love that. Well, then in that case, let's forget my ear.
Yeah. Through the ear.
Yeah, screw the ear. Okay. So I'll draw my cap.
Of course.
Yeah.
Folks at home don't know, Lev always has a cap.
I'll just do it very simple. Shape for what that looks like. So,
Put in my glasses. The perfect circle.
yeah. That sounds good to me. Okay. So all of my ears coming out of the cap here. And then I'll give, the devils don't have noses, but I'll give myself a nose, because I feel like my nose is a pretty identifiable feature. I feel like I have a pretty big one. It's certainly not petite. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what shape would be fun to do. I think we'll keep it kind of angular style of the devils here.
Devil's,
see the eyes.
The other one didn't have a nose.
No, they don't have noses, but I'm gonna give my.
Okay, but you need one. Okay, I'm gonna forgo
I'm
the
just,
nose.
I'm gonna make the call that I have a nose.
Okay, great. I'm gonna make the call that instead of 3 teeth, I have 1 tooth.
I love that. 1 tooth. I'll give myself real big, wild eyes.
Same kind of eyebrows. The L, sideways L.
Let's see. Myself that kind of tapered neck. And then, okay, I'm gonna be real loopy and big with the hair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I won't mind. Kind of. Big rubies.
And then I'm gonna try to give myself like a devilish.
A devilish. Oh, nice.
That feels appropriate. We'll see how that turns out.
I agree. I'm gonna give myself a very curvy body to really fit in with the devil mom.
Love it.
I'm gonna give myself a hoodie though. We do have a hoodie devil. I'm gonna see. Look at a reference
I'm giving
of
myself goatee.
the hoodie devil. Yeah, goatee is a must.
Oh yeah. The hoodie devil is one of the coolest.
I agree.
You just gotta wonder, like, what's going on with that? They're so enigmatic. Probably into some cool bands, some cool indie bands.
Yeah. Hard because the hoodie devil
Yeah.
will hood up, which is not the vibe, but I'm gonna do a big
Yes.
loosey-goosey kind of ton of fabric behind.
Yeah, that sounds good. And yeah, I think one big thing about Owen's style and the devil style is sharp, like making sharp angular turns,
Yeah.
having like dramatic angles. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of that with the mustache here. Yeah. I'm wondering if I should look more mischievous considering the devilish mustache. But I'm gonna stick with Elvis's vibe.
Oh, got pointy feet. It's a pointy feet vibe.
I'm gonna scale this down so I can get the body. Heads are always pretty big in proportion to the body. That'd be one thing. Yeah, yours is pretty good actually. Oh, your hair is perfect.
Thank you.
That's actually like, yeah, that could go in the game.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's a character right there.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear. I feel like
That's,
I've gotten good at drawing my hair.
Nice. That's a
Yes.
good skill. Good thing to be able to do.
Okay, I have to draw the hand, which I don't think I will be able to do well. Devil Mom's hands were in such a specific way. And my hands, I'm not pointing. They're just little claws by me.
I'm gonna draw myself wrong.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, I like that idea. I'm gonna,
It helps to have an action, you know?
yeah, I'm gonna give myself a hot dog. I love a hot dog.
That's perfect. I love a hot dog too.
Oh, good. What are your
Oh.
hot dog toppings? Do you go classic Chicago style?
I do. I go classic Chicago style. I love it all. Give me the work. I will say it can get a little unwieldy. Pickle. Sometimes I'll just eat the pickle separate. I don't know if that's sacrilege.
That seems normal to me. I like just
What are you
mayo.
supposed to do?
I know.
Oh, just
I
mayo.
like just mayo.
Mayo.
I live in LA, okay? I ain't Chicago style. I want a mayo dog. I'm more of a New Yorker, you know? I just want my dog to be wet, boiled. Well, I don't really prefer a boiled dog, but I just want it to be an easy thing I can walk around with. You can't walk around with a sloppy ass Chicago dog. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Fork and knife food.
You really gotta. If you've got a Chicago dog, that's your agenda. That's what you're focusing on. You're not really doing anything.
Exactly.
You're eating that. And you're dealing with it.
I might be ready to start inking mine.
Wow. You're killing it. I'm really kind of fumbling over the pose here. I don't know what this. So currently what's going on is I've sort of, it's like I've up to a Cintiq and I'm trying to get someone's just looking at this turn alarmed.
It looks like, you know those like old Renaissance paintings where they're like doing a portrait of themselves, so it's always like an artist like looking in a mirror, essentially. This is what it feels like to me.
Right. That's very much that. Yeah, totally.
I'm nervous to start inking. I don't know where to start. Start with
Sounds good to me. That's a big defining part of the shape. The silhouette. Okay. I'll move on to ink as well. I think yours is definitely more spirit of the devils than mine. I'm sort of
you added some fun flair.
Yeah. I tried to have some fun with it. Back of the Cintiq.
What?
The back of the Cintiq. I don't know how to draw it in a way that makes any visual sense.
I can tell what it is.
Okay. I'll stick with what I have. Actually, that's simpler.
I love quiet drawing time with friends.
Absolutely. It's a great thing to do with you.
I will say I was aiming for Devil in the Details Mom curvy. Didn't quite accomplish it. I'm more sweatsuit comfy, but I'll take it.
I mean, I think it feels very Abby.
Thank you. I will say this feels,
vibe.
yeah, more realistic to me, for sure. I do think doing the Devil Mom before this helped to just figure out the broad strokes of everything, you know? We're trying to make it something more custom.
Totally. I really love that we're just drawing from our imagination. I think that's really sick.
I agree.
Let's encourage creativity.
Yeah, here. I do feel like I don't really... I never used to think of myself as that creative. I'm sure it was like imposter syndrome where I'm like, there's always people more creative than me, making more stuff, whatever. But then I'll like get into a situation where I like have to like think outside the box or whatever, and I find it very easy. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, I'm pretty creative. I'm an ideas guy, you know?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, you are.
Thank you.
I gotta give myself a tail.
Oh, I forgot about the tail.
Easy to add.
I give my tail a curly Q too.
Nice. That's very fun. Let's see. Hands are always so confusing and looking at how pen. What do I do when I hold a pen?
Yeah, I had to mimic holding a hot dog before I drew my hot dog hands.
Yeah, it's important.
I agree.
Gotta look at reference. And thankfully, you got a hand right in front of you.
Oh yeah. I got two actually.
What luxury!
Going in with some ink or some lighter ink mark for the WNBA logo on the sweatshirt. Probably not a true Devil's theming to have a real brand, but you know what? I'm going for it.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's my art. Don't sue me.
No one's stopping you.
Yeah. I'm also gonna do in thinner lines my little the little cheek flushness on the Devil Mom. I drew it with the marker, the circles, and I probably could do it with a different color, but in color pencils that's hard. So I'm gonna do it with a lighter color.
Ah, yeah. I think I forgot to do the cheeks actually when I colored the Devil Mom.
Oh really?
Yeah. I messed up.
Ah, that's okay. That's the beauty of art. Nothing's a mess up, just a different interpretation.
Okay, this is kind of fun. It's a fun little guy.
I love yours. I love the little devil beard, the eyebrows. I love in cartoons when eyebrows go over another thing.
Oh yeah, I love that too. It's very fun.
Yeah. I'm trying to be more precise about my erasing so I don't smear my ink lines.
Right on. I'm gonna try to color this.
Right.
Refer to Devil Mom's skin tone.
When you're thinking about like mimicking a color palette, what do you think about? Do you just take a few colors directly and then find a palette that works from there? I'm always bad at like, here are complementary colors and all of that stuff. I know that color theory stuff takes time to sort of get ingrained in your system, but...
So I never took a color theory class or anything. I feel like it's all, whatever color theory I have is just in my subconscious.
Yeah.
I don't have a good answer, unfortunately, because I feel like what I would say is I just feel it out. But I think, yeah, starting with some palette that you are working with is very...
Yeah.
And let's say if you're drawing a background or something, and if you know what's in the foreground, with that. It's all about, I don't know. I don't have a good answer other than feel the vibe.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I mean,
Can you like point out like what is working about the colors in Owen's original drawing or anything? I think sometimes it's helpful to like reference like what are people doing right in this colorway? Like why does that look good or why is that not good? Because I know sometimes I'll see colors and be like, everything's too dark and it feels like there needs to be something lighter in like my own work, and I try to like lighten it up or something.
yeah. Well, so contrast is always good in a lot of value contrast. So that means that like if you were to take the drawing and turn it to complete grayscale, you know, there'll still be you'll still be able to identify different parts of it in terms of value. It's not all going to be the exact same shade of gray.
Yeah.
And so you want to play around that. You also like, I mean, Owen's stuff is very like vibrant and saturated, but it's not 100% saturated. Because I just started coloring my hat the same as my skin. Why would I do that?
It's a part of you.
It's yeah, my hat's pink. Let me get a pink. But yeah, if everything is, well, I'll demonstrate with the hat. If everything is at 100% saturation, it's gonna look very digital, and it's gonna look like an 1990.
It's gonna look like a what? Sorry, there was cut out a little bit.
It's gonna look like a Microsoft Paint drawing from 1990. Color palette, and you know, the only colors you had were pure like 100% saturated versions of those colors.
Yeah.
And then like 8 steps from there to being neutral. So you don't want to draw everything, or you don't want to color with colors that are at full saturation. You can have them be very saturated, but maybe just a little bit away. Even if you want something really vibrant, just a little bit down, you know, a little, not right at the edges of the color, you know?
Yeah.
Or the, whatever you call, like when you get like, that map of colors in a color picker.
Yes.
Whatever you call that.
And you have the like white on one side and then like fully saturated color on the other side and then like black on the bottom.
Ideally, you want something that's a little bit in between. It can be near the edges, but you don't want it to be right at the edge. So, and also another really great thing that Owen does is when he has like new tones that are like grays and things like that, which came up when we were drawing mayonnaise and bugs.
Yeah.
Those grays have a little bit of a color in them.
Yes.
They have like a little bit of green, little bit of blue.
I remember you really noticed that when we were drawing mayonnaise in the last drawing stream. And me, an untrained rube, was like, that's all gray to me. But I do know, I feel like I've seen comparisons with gray, and if you're really looking for it, you can see like, oh, this is kind of yellowy, or this is sort of pinkish.
Right, and that all helps to make it feel vibrant.
Yeah.
And not so flat. So, you know, there's little things like that. I think, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not really going to be able to break it down 100%, but it's,
I mean, that's all very helpful. I think thinking about the contrast of it and thinking about kind of just feeling out what colors you like is always nice.
Right. I think that's a big thing. I can definitely, like, speak to myself and say I love a lot of blues. I love purple. I love things that feel... I also love things that are very vibrant. The more vibrant ends of the color wheel. And I think that's just largely because those are the kind of colors you see on cartoons.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of junk I love.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I do love seeing how colors work differently in different mediums. You know, obviously I'm using colored pencils and I'm not pressing that hard, so things are not as saturated. There's always going to be like white of the paper coming through. If I were drawing on a different color, it would obviously be different. But I also like seeing that, like, if I'm painting with watercolors, they're going to be pretty light. Harder to get it saturated, you know?
Right. That's true. You, I mean, you could buy those really fancy watercolor.
Yeah.
But
Get better at watercolors, I'm sure. I feel like gouache, from what I've seen of gouache, it seems like the in-between of like watercolors and oil, where you can get a really like watery, thin, like spread if you want to, but you can also then go and like get something very saturated.
Yeah, totally. Gouache is great for that.
Yeah,
You can get really vibrant colors.
I think gouache is so lovely. I'm gonna make I did orange hair. I'm gonna make my shoes orange too, just to match how the Devil Mom was.
Absolutely. And I think you'll notice that in a lot of the Owen's character designs. There's a lot of the same color used for different details. And that's actually kind of a good tip in its own right, because it makes for a really unified palette.
Yeah.
So it makes things feel very iconic and simple, and they read clearly.
Easier for me.
And there's,
I don't have to choose as many colors.
Yeah, it's easy.
Wow, look at yours.
Yeah, I'm a mischievous little devil.
I love that you chose blue for your hair. That was fun.
I did that because I wanted to keep the outline, because I like the outlines of it. And so if I filled it in with black, that shape would all go away. And so I a lot of times when I want to do that, I just go with a dark blue.
Being inspired by you and doing dark blue for my sweatshirt. And sweatpants. I'm not always one for a full sweatsuit, but, you know, post Disneyland, these dogs are barking, and I gotta be comfortable. How'd you get good at drawing, Lev? Practice? Are you
I would
born
say
this way?
Just drawing obsessively because I love it. That's the only real thing. I'm not gonna, it's not necessarily about like what kind of education you have or what books you read, or it's just you gotta love it. As long as you love doing something, you'll get better at it, and you'll find what works for you. And then study the things that you want to learn. Like if you're really, it's good to have a grounding in drawing from life, doing observational drawing, but that's also not necessarily the be all end. Like it's there's different strokes for different folks. So. But yeah, so I watched cartoons all the time as a kid, and I was while watching TV, and I did my own cartoon characters, and I drew comics, and that's basically, I've just had a single track mind my whole, so I've always been drawing.
And that's great. I get my WNBA letters, and then I'm good. Oh, I forgot to make my eyes pink.
Oh yeah. Don't forget, pink eyes. All
Pink
the devils
eyes.
have them.
Yep.
It's what's in.
Yeah. I love having pink eye.
I'm realizing my drawing.
You're drawing what? Sorry, you cut out again.
My drawing is very off center, so I'm centered.
Oh. Well, I was fortunate that mine is actually center on the paper. It's not something I have typically been very good at. So I just kind of lucked out on that one. Okay, my pink eyes are a little too close to my skin tone, but that's okay.
That's okay.
A little hard to see.
You could definitely, you could go in a little thicker with the skin, I feel like.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Make that really pop. But that is a really great self-portrait as a devil.
Thank you. I really enjoyed doing it. I'm pleased with how she turned out.
Yeah, she rocks. You did a
Thank
great
you.
job.
It looks cozy just
Oh,
like me.
I forgot to color the pen. There's always something.
Damn. I made sure my hot dog got priority coloring. Always make sure the hot dog's got some good color.
Very
It's currently a plain dog, nothing on it. Sorry, all you Chicagoans. That's how I like to do it.
You know, as much as I love a Chicago dog, I'm just putting. Well, also, here's the other thing. I will eat I like a hot dog. If it's not a Chicago dog, which has the tomato in it, which I qualify as ketchup, I say the ketchup is a replacement tomato.
Yeah.
So if you don't have tomato, just use ketchup.
I personally don't like ketchup. I think it is a gross condiment, but I support others who enjoy it on their dogs. I think it is a valid condiment, despite what Chicagoans like to say.
What do you? Where do you stand on mustard?
I also don't like mustard. I really don't like condiments that much, just kind of in general. I feel like it's very unsophisticated of me to not like mustard, and I'll admit that, you know?
Mustard, I can understand. It's it's strong, kind of bitter. Ketchup is I feel like very like everyone loves ketchup because it's just sweet. But I could also understand it being too sweet for people because it is just kind of there's a lot of sugar to it.
I just don't like the smell. I think it tastes weird.
Oh, that's fair.
I love. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't considered that.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking about it. And yeah, I guess it does have a strong smell. And if you didn't like that,
Fragrant.
that would be a bit much. Yeah.
Well, we have a little bit of time, but I also just feel like we're kind of at a good stopping point. Feel okay to wrap it if you do. If there's anything else
absolutely.
you're like dying to draw again. Realizing
No, I'm
neither of us-
good.
I'm gonna draw myself really quickly, holding a pickle. It's gonna be a subtle thing, but it will be there.
I'll just draw one. I'll draw a pickle as well.
Yeah,
Just as its own little
it's
thing.
important.
Yeah. I'm gonna save this drawing here in its own layer. And now I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna paint a pickle.
Lovely.
Yeah. Digitally paint a pickle.
You
Can you believe the things we can do these days?
You know, I can. It's important that technology has allowed us to do this. Do you think when Michelangelo was painting the Sistine Chapel, he was like, one day, someone will be painting a pickle on a computer? And that's when we know that art will have really done something in the world.
I hope he did.
That is a great
Hope
pickle,
so.
I gotta say. Just no reference, just off the dome. Oh yeah, getting the highlights in there.
Really
Good,
make this glisten.
Pleasant
you know?
shape.
Let's make this a nice pickle.
Yeah.
Let's really let's
Beautiful.
feel at one with the pickle.
How do you approach highlights? And lowlights, for that matter. Shadows, I guess, is another term.
Yeah. Well, it's so I'm gonna do the shadows now. So I guess what I did was and highlights. I mean, well, you gotta have an idea in your head of what direction the light is. That's the main. But so I tend to pick a color for a highlight. This is how I do it here. That is a little bit warmer than the midtone, because I find that if you paint with a color that's a little bit warmer, you'll feel like there's a nice warm light, and the material of the thing will feel vibrant. And then similarly, but in reverse, for shadows, I'll paint with a cooler color.
Yeah, I'm like, it's very
And-
blue.
Yeah, and so another thing is that cooler colors recede in depth, and warmer colors appear closer in depth. And so you can use that for atmospheric perspective. but it also works well for feeling like just like less light is hitting a thing, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like the material of it is more dimensional when you have some contrast between warm and cool in the highlight and shadow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Always inspiring to watch an artist work.
Let me draw some bumps now.
Good.
Gotta have some bumps on this pickle.
No one wants a smooth pickle. Let's be real.
That's it would be distressing
Yeah.
if you saw a smooth pickle. What has this world come to, you would say?
Yeah.
What have we done?
Something cursed.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you had a pickle?
Oh my god, that's a great question. I don't have an answer for it. I do not know the first time I had a pickle. And I'm sure it felt like a very strong flavor to me, whatever that
Probably.
was. I'm sure it was somewhat alarming. It's probably something you have to get acquainted to.
Yeah, I would, yes. It took me a long time to fully enjoy a pickle. But I do think I remember my first time tasting a pickle. I can't say that for certain. This is one of my first memories of a pickle. I grew up when I was younger in Texas, and they sell pickles everywhere. They sell them at the movie theater. You can get just a big fat pickle to eat.
Oh, I love
Crunch
that.
on
That's
during
so
a movie.
fun.
Yeah. And also, we would have like skate nights at the elementary school I was at. I don't know if this is a thing that you also experienced.
No, but that's cool.
Okay. It would just be like the whole school will go to the skating rink. Feels very small town to describe it, but at the skating rink, at the skate nights, there would be a big vat, like a big, like plastic barrel full of pickles, big fat Texas pickles. And I remember splitting one with my sister.
Wow.
Pickle memories.
That's beautiful.
Thank you so much. You're adding set highlights to all of the little bumps.
Yes, to give this just as much depth as possible. So I'm gonna actually go a little bit for the highlighted area. I'm gonna pick an even lighter color for the bumps there. Brighter than that. And yeah, there we go. It's just, we'll call it at that. There's my pickle.
That is lovely. Just a few strokes, and you got a pickle.
Yes, that's right.
Well, Lev, thank you so much for being
Yes.
here. I had so much fun. Here's me, the devil.
Thank you, Abby, for having me. I had a
welcome.
ton of fun as well. Here's me as a devil.
Let me show it off. Boom. That's a good Lev. I'm into it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love your crouched stance. This is how I imagine you draw. Just real hunched, looking startled.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you for participating in another Jackbox drawing stream. I'm glad we all know how to draw the Devil Mom, as well as ourselves as devils. If you drew yourself as a devil, I would love to see it. Please feel free to add it to the official Jackbox Discord or tag us on socials. In the meantime, thank you all for being here. Let's see if anyone from the stream teams is streaming. Maybe let me raid them. Okay, doesn't look like we have a lot of gamers gaming, so we are just gonna wrap it up for the day. And I'll see you all later. Goodbye, friends. We have community streams about every other week. So if you want to play with us, join us then. Goodbye.
See you, everybody.